Howdy folks, Jake here again with Banjo Ben, and this week we have kind of a simple one and a quick one I think for you. This is going to address the issue of bridge pins that stick up higher than the rest of them, and this will also apply to just fitting bridge pins in general. More specifically though, what we're doing with this one is if you look across, kind of get down level, come around this way, there we go. So see, if we look across here, they're all fairly level for the most part until we get to our E string. It just sits a little higher than the rest of them. So what we do to fix that is, I'll show you here right now. We just go ahead and tune the string down. So that's not really a big deal. That's not hurting anything. It's holding the string in place fine, but we're a relatively picky bunch around here, and we like things to be just so-so. So when you get the string tuned down, sometimes you can grab these with your fingers. Other times you might need a string puller or something like that, or even like a pair of needle nose or something if you really want to. If you don't have anything else, if you do use pliers though, make sure you're careful when you grab onto it not to squeeze too hard or you'll crush the head off. Just barely squeeze it enough, then pull up. So also I should have mentioned at the beginning, this one, it doesn't matter how hard you try to push on that pin, it's not going to go back down because there's just not enough room for it with that big fat string. And this is most common with like the E string, is where you'll find sometimes these pins will stick up a little more than they should. So yeah, with this one I just kind of get a hold of it with my finger. You can see the string pop loose. Okay, so a lot of the fixes I like to show you guys involves, you can kind of see, I'll focus in on it here. You kind of see where that's chewed up, where the ball end of the string was resting and putting more pressure on it than necessary, just on the front edge. So we're gonna just do a basic fix with a pocket knife here. Go ahead and back up, Michelle. Okay, let's come down here. So when it comes to these kind of repairs, a lot of times you can do them with just stuff you got at the house. So if you have a decently sharp pocket knife, on the front edge where those grooves are, assuming that it's a grooved bridge pin, which most of these are, if you have a solid bridge pin, it'd look more something like this. And the same thing kind of applies either way. Obviously this is the edge that's contacting the string, so this is the edge we're going to work off. I'm just going to take my knife and stand it up on end and then shave it like so. And you'll see that little curly cues that come off there. And what this does is you can whittle this way, but I mean, if you slip or something, you could take the half of the pin right off in an instant. Doing it this way, we're just scraping it down, basically, smoothing it out. That's just removing a little bit of that dimension from the front. And you can kind of work it around to the side too. And it's just kind of a trial and error thing. You just go a little ways, test your progress, and then see where you're at. So, and if you've done it correctly, you should see that also cleaned up a lot of those chewed up marks on there. Looks a lot nicer now. Okay, so let's go back over here and try it out. So now, like I said, if you do this part, if it doesn't go all the way in, just remove it and kind of keep working on it. But I've done enough of these, I think that seems like it'll be about right. Also, whenever I push even when I'm changing strings, I'll hold on to the string and create tension with it and push the pin in, and then you should feel the pin slip past the string. There we go, right there. That means that the string is under the bridge plate and the pin has gone past it, which is what you want. So now, if we did it right, let's see if it'll seat. Oh yeah, see? Now we're seated down there with the rest of them. And it's pretty now. Like I said, not that it was really hurting anything before. Now we can tune the string back up. Take a minute to kind of settle in. And we're in business, folks. So I appreciate you for watching, like always. Like I said, that one, all you need is a pocket knife. If you don't have a pocket knife, piece of sandpaper or something like that will work fine too. You just kind of work that pin down a little. There are other alternatives too, like you can use a countersinking bit, depending on what you want to do, something like this, which will widen that hole up just a little bit, and then this piece up here on the end will taper it. But anyway, that's topic matter for another video, I suppose. Best thing to do when you have a bridge pin fitting issue is just to take it off the pin itself, and not to go through the trouble of actually changing the bridge, unless there's some other reason you want to alter the bridge. So anyway, I'm rambling now, so I'll let you folks go. I know you're busy, and like always, we appreciate the support. Thanks. Bye.